Is college a scam? That's the $1,000,000 question. Are you spending a whole bunch of money for absolutely nothing? My answer is yes and no. Here's how it goes. You spend $50,000 for tuition. A lot of tuition at private institutions. I went to the University of Miami. It's $50,000 a year. That's not including room and board. That's not including food. That's not including books. It's not including all of the other things that you're going to need. But it's like a minimum of $50,000. If you're going to like a public school, what is it, $20,000, $30,000, something like that? Regardless, you're spending a whole bunch of money, between $20,000 to $50,000 every single year. And what are you getting from that? You get a piece of paper, and sometimes you need that piece of paper. So sometimes you would go to a school, you spend the $20,000 to $50,000, and at the end of it, it makes sense because you're going to become a lawyer, you're going to become a doctor, you're going to become a psychiatrist, or you're going to become something that needs that piece of paper, and it's worth it. But a lot of the times it's not worth it. A lot of the times, really, you go and you take some kind of liberal arts degree, or you go and you study, I don't know, like ancient Roman history or something like that, and you're spending the between $20,000 to $30,000 to $50,000, and it's just not worth it. Because the career that you get afterwards, I mean, even if it's business administration, the middle management career that you get afterwards isn't paying you enough to make that degree worthwhile. Now, the question really comes down to is, what's the point of it? What's the point of going to college? Because the statistics are that you make more money with a degree than without a degree. And that works in some instances, but not in other words. The second aspect that everyone should consider is colleges make so much money. And I'm not talking about the tuition. They make okay money on tuition. But I'm talking about tax-free money. Tax-free money is in the form of endowments. So what's an endowment? If you go on Wikipedia, I went to the University of Miami. Go do it. Type in your college in Wikipedia, and you're going to see a section called endowment. What is that? That is money that is donated to the college. That can sometimes include grants and other programs that colleges get money from that they don't pay taxes on. If you look at the University of Miami, my university, if you look at that, you've got roughly $1.2 billion in endowment from 2022. And I bet in 2023, that number is even more. So $1.2 billion that they don't pay taxes on. You can't come up with a better idea than this. A university where the students pay for everything, including room and board, including tuition, and then the colleges get an endowment, donations, that they don't have to pay any taxes on. So $1.2 billion for the University of Miami, no tax-free. And they've got to use this money for whatever they use their money on. A lot of it is purchasing real estate, actually. Some of it is research and grants. Some of it is developing their current real estate, classrooms or whatever. But a lot of colleges, they're in the business of getting these endowments, getting donations. And you'll see when you graduate, when I graduated, I got phone calls almost on like every 6-month basis asking me to donate money. Doesn't matter how wealthy you are, they'll ask you to donate money. And when you donate money, sure, you can take a tax write-off, but they get that money tax-free. So for colleges, having you as a student is a big plus, especially since they know they're going to have you as a student because you're going to get the loan anyways. So you're going to get the loan, you're going to pay them the tuition, and then after you graduate, they're going to try to collect money in the form of endowments and grants and other things of that nature. So you have a situation where you go to school, you spend 4 years in undergrad and then how many years in your master's or doctorate program or whatever. And then the analysis that you should come up with is the juice worth the squeeze? Because if you have over $100,000 in student loans that you're paying interest on, and eventually you have to pay that back, and that is preventing you from maybe putting a down payment on a home, or having kids, or doing things that you would ordinarily do, that has to go into your plan. That has to go into your plan. Or can you make money in other ways? I'm not talking about real estate or house hacking or whatever people are doing now, or investing in cryptocurrencies or the new Bitcoin ETF that came out. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about, is there a smarter way to deploy your time? And sometimes there is, and sometimes there isn't. Now, can college be useful? Let me know. can college be useful if you have like a nonsense degree, or if you want to just kind of waste time, whatever it is. You don't know exactly what you want to do. Is spending that amount of money worth it? And I would say it is. Here's how it came worth it for me. I went to undergrad and I went to law school. If you think I learned to be a lawyer in college, you have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. I came out of law school, I didn't know how to write a brief, I didn't know how to write a motion, I didn't know how to talk to clients, I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to argue in front of a judge, I didn't know how to pick a jury, I didn't know how to do anything. It's like having a surgeon come out of medical school and not knowing how to do surgery, but everyone's saying, hey, you can be a good surgeon. It doesn't make sense. So I came out of law school and I didn't know how to do anything, and then I learned to be a very good lawyer, and now I'm considered one of the best lawyers in the state of Florida, but that's neither here nor there. Is college worth it for me? Well, first of all, if you're in that kind of field, like law or medicine, you need that piece of paper, so you should go and get it. But here's the other thing where it's worth it. It's worth it to make contacts. Because a lot of people that go to school, that go to certain elite colleges, they are very good contacts to me. I got my first break right after law school because I made the right contacts. I have a friend, Eric. He's in California, super friend. Eric, if you're watching this, shout out to you. He's in California, super intelligent guy. But when we came out of law school, he already had a book of business. I was just starting. And he gave me my first couple of cases. He would have never given me those cases if he didn't know me from school, or he didn't know me from around that period. So I know so many different examples of resources that you can reach out to, friends that you can go to, sororities, fraternities, clubs that you can reach out to. One of my best friends, one of my other businesses that I'm doing is I'm investing in a company that is involved in campaign mapping. I know the guy, really smart guy. He's a software program developer. He worked on Wall Street. We met in the dorm rooms, and we were on the first day of college. So is it worth $50,000 a year if you're going to make good acquaintances and that lead to good business decisions in the future? Absolutely. And for those reasons, it's worth it. And a lot of times, you would hear people say, you can be a plumber and make money, or college isn't worth it. I absolutely think college is a scam on many fronts, but I think that if you use it the right way, college can be an opportunity. Because you're losing nothing. You're going to college when you're 20 years old. You're going to college when you're in your teens or early 20s. You can do anything. You can make all of the mistakes in the world and still not really feel it. I mean, unless you're sitting there doing drugs or committing terrible crimes. But you can generally do any financial mistake and be more or less okay. And for those instances, it might be worth it if you go to the right school. So a school that is a top tier school, and you make the right contacts, and you're potentially in a field that requires a diploma like accounting or medicine or law or things like that require some kind of extreme or higher level of knowledge. Other than that, if you're in college just to get, I don't know, like an arts degree or historical theater or something like that, and you're not making the contacts, you're just like waking up late, going to classes and then going home, it's a total waste of money. And the only person that's profiting is the college, and that's not what you should be doing. And it's a total scam on you, because you're not treating it like it should be. College should be treated like another business endeavor, and you're laying the foundation. You're laying the bricks for the future. Just like with any other business, you're laying the foundation. So, do I think college is a scam? Absolutely yes, if you look at it from the perspective of how the college makes money on your back. Is it a scam for certain people wasting their time? Absolutely yes. But is it a scam on the whole for you? Probably not. Probably the people that are saying that college is a scam don't know what the hell they're talking about, because they're not leveraging the opportunities while they're in college. College can be a great resource to leverage opportunities. Because really, you're not in classes all day. You're just not. You're not in classes all day and all night. You've got a lot of free time, and in that free time, you can make amazing contacts. When I went to college, I focused only on making contacts. I didn't really care about the grades. I didn't really care about staying after class with my professor and talking to my professor about philosophy or the law or whatever it is. I cared about joining clubs, being in student government, making as many contacts as I possibly could. So when I got out of school, I can reach out to those contacts and say, hey, Let's get lunch. Hey, what have you got going on? What are you doing for this? What are you doing for that? Let's form something together. Do you have a great idea? Maybe I have a great idea too. Who knows? That's really what you should use college for. That's the only way you should use college. Getting an education, college is, between you and me, college is not getting an education, because there's nothing that college can teach you, absolutely nothing, that you can't learn from reading a book or going online or watching YouTube videos. Anything that you can get in the textbook, you can get online. So what is it for? It's for making contacts. Go out there, make contacts, stay tuned for more. I look forward to talking to you. See you soon.